Hi everybody, my name is Z and tonight we are going to do a full review and tutorial of VapoKing, which I purchased from www.etigara-electronica.ro. Once again, VapoKing from www.etigara-electronica.ro. This is VapoKing on a Ego T Joytech mode. And when VapoKing arrived, he arrived in this white box all together with 1 meter of fiber. This is it. 4 cut stainless steel mesh. I have only one. I only got one because I do some setup for VapoKing. And a resistance wire control. Okay, this is the paper bag in which all of that come packed together. All of this we are going to need in a tutorial video when I'm going to show you how to do a setup for VapoKing. And now let's do some assembling or reassembling of the VapoKing to see its main parts and to explain something about VapoKing. Okay, first of all, this O-ring is a metal. I forgot to mention that VapoKing is all doing stainless steel except the plastic tank. This O-ring here is a connection cover. This is the repairable atomizer part. It got standard 510 connection. This here is a coil and 2 screws for the coil. One is plus, one is minus. The next part is a spike for a tank. I will explain it to you. Inside this spike is a small wick, stainless steel and fiber wick. I will explain it to all of you guys how to make this wick. The spike is for tank. On the outside of the connection here is a air vent hole. One is here and the other is here. This is the spike. This is the cover for a spike or a metal cone. And this is the plastic tank. This is the Ego T type A tank. You may also use different kinds. I used to use this one blue, this one clear. This is basically Ego T tank tip. This tank can hold up 1.1 milliliter of e-liquid. Okay, now let's do some assembling. I will show you how to everything put back on the Joytech mode. Let's do some vaping. Let's talk something about building quality, and I will show you later in the tutorial how to make a setup for the VapoKing. Okay, first of all, this O-ring is a cover for the outside 510 connection. First we are screwing that all the way down. Then this is the repairable atomizer with 510 connection. This screws down, then this cover just unscrew a little bit. Okay, then it goes a spike part with the vent holes like this. Then this little wick goes inside. This fiber part here that look like a broom is in need to touch the coil down in the atomizer part. That is his purpose. Of course, this stainless mesh wick is burnt 3 times on the lighter torch. I will show you that in the tutorial. His, let's say, role in this atomizer is for conducting the e-liquid from the tank to the coil. Okay, just put it down. It fits perfectly. I will show you how it works without the metal cone. It's like this. Okay, now the e-liquid touches the spike and the wick and goes all the way down to the coil. When you push the fire button on your joystick mode, Ego battery, it doesn't matter, it depends how you make your setup. It may work or need to work on Ego batteries, on joystick mode, on variable voltage devices. It's all depends on how you make the setup. Of course, the VapoKing is for the experienced vapors. Also, everybody who wants to try to see how it works, to experiment maybe a little bit, I do my recommendation for the VapoKing. Okay, the metal cone, and now the tank. Of course, when you put the tank, you need to wait just a little bit for the e-liquid to go down all the way to the coil. You may speed up that a little bit by do puffs on empty without firing the button like this. Now let's see and try how to wait. Okay, you saw it. First of all, the building quality of the VapoKing is perfect. 10 out of 10. Because everything is made in stainless steel. There is no wiggling, no nothing. Just tight, nice tight connection everywhere, on the cone, on the atomizer, on the spike, here on this cone, everything just fits perfectly. I tried to do some, pushing down, up, all the way down in my pocket. I don't know, everywhere there was no leaking at all. There was no leaking at all, but when you unscrew the tank, of course it will be a little bit of e-liquid down on the spike and on the heating coil, but that is completely normal for this type of the repairable atomizer. That's about the building quality. I didn't found no thumbs down, no minuses, nothing about the building quality. I used to vape it, and I'm still vaping it for around, I don't know, 5 or 7 days. The vapor production is awesome. It's perfect. I like it. The throat heat is very strong, and basically the flavor is very good. But all of that is depending on how you do your setup on the VapoKing. In the tutorial I will show you my way how I do my setup for the VapoKing and what I prefer for a VapoKing. I've got around 5 days to play a little bit with the VapoKing, and I don't know. This is very good thing for me personally. That's my opinion, and of course I will recommend it to every experienced vapor and everybody who wants to try a repairable atomizer. Okay, now let's see how to do a setup for a VapoKing, my way of setup for the VapoKing. Okay, now we are going to see my way of making a setup for a VapoKing. That's my way because I call it my way because I found this works very good. To me, I got very good taste, flavor, very good. It may work on Ego battery, standard Ego battery, and of course it works on my Joytech Ego mod, Ego T mod. And now I will show you how to make all of this. Okay. This here, what you see in front of me, is VapoKing take it apart. This is the wick. We will remove it like this. Unscrew this. Unscrew this. Take the tweezer. Just remove it like this. Okay, that's the old wick. It works for me perfectly. Okay, for this setup you will need for the coil, you need a cantle, resistant wire, you need a fiber, needle, nail cutter, tweezer, screwdriver, and basically that's it, and a little bit of e-liquid. Okay, my way. First of all, I'm doing some measurements. I'm putting 3 lines of the fiber like this. 1, now I got 2, see, and this is the 3rd one. Okay, when I make it like this, just take the nail cutter and cut it in here. Okay, when you done that, take it like this. Okay, put it right here on the needle like this. Okay, and take the cantle. I think this is 0.15 cantles. I'm doing the 5 rounds like this on the fiber. Okay, 5 times go around the fiber, 5 circles. Just make sure that there is some circle is close one to each other like this. 1, now it's 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it is the 5 of them. I will try to show you a little bit better how it looks. I hope you may see it like this. Okay, this is for the coil. If something's not good. You will be able to fix it later with a needle. I will show it, of course, to you. Now, what am I doing next? Next, I'm taking this atomizer part and screwing it on a battery. I found it works very good for me to make the coil. Okay, when you've done that, take this coil with a needle, of course, and just make sure that you got these long parts of wire. I will show you why. Okay, with the 5 wraps, just put it right here in the middle. So these long parts of the wick should be in the middle of the plus and the minus screws on the atomizer, based atomizer part. It should look something like this. I will show you. Okay. Now I'm taking the tweezer and just make one circle around the screw, like, oh sorry, like this. Just one time, hold it tightly like this, take the screw and screw it down. Also the other one, take it with a tweezer, one circle around the screw, like this, tighten it and screw it down. Okay, it should look something like this. Now, the coils should be rounded like this, and if something is wrong, just take the needle and do some assembling like this. Okay, this is how the coils look. Now, take it for the needle, push it from you, like this, a little bit. This movement will hold the coil tightly to the fiber, so the coil will fit perfectly around the fiber. And now take with your thumbs, okay, you need to roll it for yourself. Take it with your thumbs and push it up on the screws. It should look something like this, because the coil needs to be in the center between the plus and the minus connection, or the screw on the atomizer base. It should look something like this. Now, take the needle out, like this, and take a closer look to make sure that everything fits okay. If it doesn't, like it's not like in here, take it just a little bit like this. Okay, when you've done that, you take the tweezer, take the rest of the coil and just do a little wiggling like this, and should take off nice and smooth without any coil left on the screw, and like this without any coil left on the screw. And now it would be a nice time to see what we've done, or if this coil works. Oh, it's working. Okay, to avoid the, I don't know, metal or chemical taste, take your juice or the juice you're going to use. I'm using the desert ship here. Just put one and burn it down a little bit like this. Then again, this is how you're going to burn that chemical taste of the coil and the wire and the fiber. As you can see, it works very good. Now let's try it on the Ego battery. It should be working on the Ego battery. Yeah, it's working. Okay, let's left it on the Ego battery. Okay, once again, we are doing it almost like a dry burn. It is very similar. Okay, that's it. Now take the nail cutter. I'm doing this with a nail cutter. You may also do it with the scissors, but I found it easier for me to do it with a cutter. Take the cutter, just twist it a little bit like this, and like this, and a little bit here. Okay, see if everything is alright. Okay, now let's try it. And this is your coil part. Now let's everything beside, and I will show you how to make the wick for conducting the e-liquid. The wick should look basically the same like this one. Here he's got one roll. His roll is to conduct the e-liquid from the tank to the coil. Okay, now let's make one to look basically the same. I'm doing it like this, I'm burning it down on the lighter torch because this is the way that the mesh conducts the liquid much more better than its unburned mesh. Okay, now I will show you how to do that. First of all, with that part of the fiber that you have left, just take it, put it in two lines, see if it fits in here, just check. Okay, it fits. Nice. Now the mesh. To roll the mesh, just take the screw and do it a little bit like this. Okay, make a little roll. I don't know how to explain it to you better, but make a little roll like this. Okay, now it looks like a tube, I think. Just take it a little bit tighter. Okay, let's see if this is straight. It's straight. Okay, and now we need to burn it a little bit. For that you need a needle, you need water, you need a gas torch, and of course the mesh and the needle should be burned 3 times. Okay, now let's do that. When you're burning down something with a gas torch, do it with extreme caution because this is very hot. Okay, this is the first time. You see how the mesh is lightening and it's all glow in red. Okay, that was the first time. Now to put it in the water to cool it down. Okay, that was the first time. Now the second time. Second time. It should last a little bit longer because the mesh was in the water. Okay. This was the second time. Nice. Second time. And the third time. Woohoo! Don't be scared, it's only the water. I like this torch. Okay. It's heated up. This is it, that was the third time. Now let's put it down. Okay. Now we've got a burnt stainless steel mesh. Okay, let's put some fiber on it to make the wick. Okay, as I said to you a moment before, just take two basically the same parts like this and push it through the mesh. It should look now something like this. The fiber should be around 1 milliliter out of the mesh on this side, and on this side we should cut it somewhere around 1, 2 or 3 millimeters. It depends on how it touches the coil. I will show it to you, but first of all let's just put this a little bit tighter like this, and now let's burn it down for better connection or for conduction of the e-liquid. You should basically do it like this. Just one tiny drop on the e-liquid. Take the regular lighter and burn it down like this. Okay, this was the first time. Now the second time. Okay, you see, it's taking the liquid inside of the wick. Now that will provide you a better conductivity of the e-liquid. Don't be scared, this is just e-liquid that is burning. Okay, now just a little bit, some time to cool down. Okay, basically this is the wick. Now we need to cut this fiber on, let's say, around 3 millimeters, like this, and just to wiggle it a little bit like this. You can put some more of your e-liquid on it, wrap it around it like this, and now let's put everything together. Let's screw everything together to check if this is working. Now the spike part, like this. Sorry, I'll just move it. Now the wick. The wick, when you're putting the wick inside the spike, this part with the fiber should touch the coil, because it is conducting the e-liquid from the tank to the coil. Okay, let's see if it does, like this. Okay, it's touching it. You need to feel it. Okay, you need some time to sense that touch. I think it's touching. Let's try one more time. This is a little bit fatty. I'll just do some more. Okay. Now you should be able to sense it. Okay. One more time. Okay. It touches. Now the cone and the tank. You need some time to provide the e-liquid comes all the way down to the coil. You may speed it up a little bit, like I will show you how to do that, like this. This is the empty puffs. Okay, now let's check it. See, the liquid goes all the way down, and now put the cone on the outside connection, like this, put everything together, like this, and let's give it a vape. It is once again, it is very nice. The throat heat is very strong. The flavor is very good. I'm using the Desert Ship 18 milligrams. This is one of my top favorite liquids. I like it a lot, and of course I know the liquid, and of course my recommendations for the VapoKing, for experienced vapor, and for the new vapors who are ready to experiment a little bit with the repairable atomizer. I forgot to mention, on the cone here there is a laser engraving. It says Vapo. I think you are able now to see it. I don't know if you are able to see it. Okay. Now one more time, let's give it a vape. Nice. Okay, that's it for this time. Thank you for watching, and once again my high recommendation for the VapoKing, and see you in some other video. Bye!